ahead and do a couple of extras for the month. Just to give you an idea here, sorry, it's a little here, guys. I'm always better when I'm just kind of moving around doing the stuff that I do. So, again, I know the scenes are not fantastic, but that's just my life. Good thing. So, anyway, again, so what we're going to do is just, we're using the Archangel Power Tarot cards, Doreen Virtue, Radley Valentine. And this is, again, a reading for the month of September. So, first out, sorry, guys, and of course, the air is so dry. Okay, so first card out is Page of Michael. So I do feel like there's a message of some sort that is coming in the month of September. And I mean, even according to the card, there's a new exciting challenge that you are preparing yourself for in this period. So you have what it takes to succeed. And just to make sure that you review contracts and documents very thoroughly, the card is bringing through. So again, this was sort of the main energies out. So there's going to be some of a communication, basically. And then the next card out is the Five of Gabriel. Now, there's a lot of jealousy around you, I feel, at this time. So we'll see with the other cards. I may pull a few tarot in here as well, but it's a challenge that you can resolve. So withdraw from the drama of others. There's a lot of drama obviously around during this period, because I did see some really amazing cards coming through for you. So just remember to try to have some patience with others and with yourself, because not everybody is mentally, on par for the same things in life, and certainly jealousy can be quite prevalent dealing with people that have always felt undermined in their own world. So just to be mindful of that. So again, I believe this is you, Queen of Gabriel, passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. Ability to attract helpful people. So I feel in the month of September, there's a lot going on here for you about some kind of communication coming in, and I feel like it's in around a level of a success or a dream or a wish coming through, because the cards that came out is dreams fulfilled. So there's something here around a wish fulfilled. You're going to get some kind of a communication about, and so whatever you've been throwing in that hard work toward, there's something here that will be quite beautiful that's coming in. So following that it's going to be a period where you need to release elements of the past, so that you're making preparations for a new life, basically. And the only way to do that is to release the past. Harboring resentment and all of those things is not going to be able to help you to go forward. So this is really a time of transformation, is what the card indicates. You're leaving behind a lot of the old, things that old-moded areas of your life that you have really moved on from, or at least you're in the transformation of. So because you're moving toward a more enriching life. So again, this is cards of transformation, really, to go from dreams being fulfilled. Something is opening up here for you that's allowing you to release something of the past, and it's a period of transition overall. So you're going to be able to experience a lot more self-love and peace, within yourself. However, again, there is levels of jealousy. So I was just reading the comment there, Srinvas. What will you do after a year? Okay, well, finish this first, and then we'll get into that. But what I see for September overall is that everything is moving smoothly. The King of Ariel is definitely a card of stability. I do feel like, especially with the plans are working out very well professionally, there's financial success, you're using your resources wisely. It's like everything is starting to fall into place. Anything that's dealing with kings and queens, which I feel you are the queen in this, but it also can be that you are in, you're also in that state of, really crafting, how do I say, sorry, a little hot and tired today, guys. This car is like roasting even with the air conditioning. Anyway, but what it really boils down to, oh, hi Priya. Yeah, I'll see what I can do on career guidance, because I think even with this one, I mean, all of the career stuff here seems to be prevalent. That seems to be what's mostly going on. But I do feel like this is a time where you have some quality time that's going to be coming in for you. So, I mean, this is a card of practicality. It's a card of wise advice. So you might have somebody that's coming into your sphere here that's going to help you to make something, even more beautiful, or make something, more enriched in some way, like you're going to build your wealth, that kind of thing. But I just feel like either way, you're going to figure out what's the right thing for you to do, because they're both mature, practical, warm sort of cards here. And again, especially with the card of peace, there's a lot of balance that's coming in here as well. So you're really kind of holding your own. The Knight of Ariel is also communication that's coming through here. So remember, the first out was there's communication coming in about a new challenge, something that's going to be coming in that you have already been working on, I would say, for whoever this resonates for. Again, you're all in different times. You don't all make a decision on a Monday and that kind of thing. And, you know, some of you, for your problems a little easier, a little more fluid, more support or whatever. So you might come into certain types of energy a little faster. But the Five of Gabriel does tell me there's a lot issues around jealousy, but I still feel like with the five, there's going to be a shift of some sort that's going to allow you to bring in, you know, the resources that you need. So maybe there's something attached to this that is requiring money, but I feel like you will figure that out and it will all fall into place. So again, with the Knight of Ariel, and again, you've got a lot of cards sort of in that same area here, you know, so this also speaks to making a plan and doing things very mindfully, following the details. And again, there was also mention of contract. So for some of you, this could be, you know, a contractual agreement that you have to, you know, take a hard look at. But it's also about thinking big. It's allowing yourself to move into a space where things are more of a planned, long-term situation, but it's certainly a card of creativity, and it definitely speaks to, you know, following things of the heart, you know, whatever the interests are here. There's so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being kind or being watched over by some kind, and I feel like that's come through twice, again, because we have in regards to the same. There is definitely something at hand here that involves family matters. The Ten of Gabriel is a card of, you know, for sure, family and success and balance and determination. So whenever you need assistance, ask your angels for helpful people, you know, Archangel Michael for protection and so on, to lighten your load. So working too many hours, working too hard to please others. So this would be the equivalent of the Ten of Wands. So I do feel like there is a lot in regards to tens, meaning you're almost through whatever this cycle is. Sorry, guys. But it does indicate that because this is a final card out, there is more of a, and this is, I won't say they're clarifiers because these ones are just sort of pulled on a general basis, but I do feel like it's going to help you to reduce some of your stress. You might have a little bit of this residual or, you know, energy that you're still working through in the month of September, but I feel like overall it's going to allow you to release some of the pressure that's been building up. So if you've been feeling a lot of challenges and a lot of burdens on you, I feel like by the time September rolls around, you're going to start to see, because of the information that's coming in, that, you know, all of this work was not, you know, without, it was not, how do I say, not pointless. Like it was something that you had to put the time, effort into to kind of accelerate things forward. So again, you know, I mean, of course, you know, everything that you've gone through is kind of making you stronger, but the more that you put yourself out there, and sorry, it was just, hi from South Africa. Hello. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, but I just feel like there's been a lot of your time that's gone into something. You might have been multitasking, doing quite a bit, but either way, I feel like that burden is going to help to settle in some way. And again, I'm not saying that you're working through all the energy right off, but I will say that the information that's coming through is around the Nine of Raphael. So, and hi there, Raju. Yep, I'll answer your question there too. But Nine of Raphael, make a wish, dreams become reality. It's a joyful time of life. So for whatever, you know, whatever it is that you've been focusing on, there is some career oriented here, something of a wish or a reality that you've desired, and it's coming through. So by the time September rolls around, the information is coming in to notify of all of that. So again, nines are almost, and you've got a lot of nines, like the 10 is the burden is over. You know, everything is kind of come to a close on that front. And you also had the Nine of Ariel. You know, so your dreams are being fulfilled. There is, and that's on two fronts. Like emotionally, you're feeling a lot more satisfied. You've got You've got a lot going on. Like I said, this is almost to full wish fulfillment. So because you've got 2 9s here, this is going to impact 2 areas of your life very significantly. Financially, for sure. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I got to take a drink. Oh, hold on a sec here. Okay, so what it does really boil down to is there's some kind of material satisfaction that's coming in here that's going to just dissolve away some of the difficulties and the problems you've got that have been, weighing you down. Whatever this opportunity is, I feel like it's just going to bring in so much contentment for you. Like there's emotional happiness, there's practicality, there's money involved here. And again, with the High Priestess, follow your intuition, make sure that you really pay attention to synchronicities, all of those things, because there's valuable information as per the card that's going to come in that is going to help you to guide you along this path. So again, whatever the answers are that you seek, they're all within here, but it's also telling you, that you can rely on that information with confidence. So again, whatever you're searching for, whatever the actions, whatever the reflections, whatever, you hold the key. You've got all the answers. You just have to kind of trust the process and just know that you are being enlightened in whatever this situation is, so that it actually unfolds to your benefit. Your inner guidance will not fail you. Okay, final card's out. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so this one is, I asked more specifically around relationship. So now ultimately the Sun is a very positive card. And again, for some of you, this could be dealing with a child, but life is wonderful, thrive through the power of positive thinking and success. But it did initially come out with the Four of Michael. So there's some kind of maybe dealing with a child or a younger person that is maybe in withdrawal of some sort. But, for some reason here, there's a sense that, it's time for you to kind of, back away for yourself as well, and just relax and unwind and just kind of, take the time for you. Because I feel like with all that burden, there's been a lot of things or situations that you may have not been able to act on. And I feel like when you clear your head and you get this quiet time, it restores that time and energy, and then it just helps you to focus more directly with whatever the matters were that really need your attention, instead of spreading yourself thin across the board with everything. Because I think that it's sort of a lot of negative energy that helps to, or doesn't help, but a lot of negative energy comes in and creates distraction for us. We always think that we need to deal with everybody else's problems and take on more than what we can really handle, so then it just becomes sort of a vacuum of negativity. But either way, a lot of these cards are going to be more optimism, more things to, turn out in your favor. There's things to be valued here anyway. And again, there's information that's going to come in that is going to help to change all of this. So I feel like whatever the stressors were, I feel like there might be still a period of a little bit of jealousy or a little bit of stress or whatever, but for the most part, I just feel like there's some quiet time that you are taking, and well needed. But also in regards to the Sun, this again speaks to, it's a major arcana, but it does indicate that there is, good things ahead here. And certainly in regards to a younger person, I feel like the younger person might be a little bit more quiet and reserved, but I feel like either way, you can believe in yourself again. Your ideas are inspiring, and there's something here about possibly even more recognition because of the rewards or the things that are up ahead here. So I just feel like this is a time of real personal satisfaction coming through. Okay, so let's just pull one more card for overall advice. What is the advice for Libra? The advice for Libra. What is the advice for Libra? What is the advice for Libra for the month of September? 3 cards. Libra, 3 cards. Wow. Okay, well, there you go. Every card supports it. Not only do you have the solution to a problem, but it's rising. It's putting you on the map. So prosperity is arising from wise planning, taking time to make the next step, which of course the other preceding cards mentioned as well. And it's an optimistic time for you. Things are really starting to pan out as you had hoped. So, and again, you have a lot of the aerial cards here. So take great pride in your excellent work. This is the advice. Practice makes perfect. Just keep going. Consider getting additional education or training. So you might want to upscale yourself in some way. Sorry, and I can say that with full confidence because the Three of Gabriel came in here as well. So I really feel like there's been a lot of time, effort, and work going into something, but I feel like there's even more. Holy God. Okay, sorry guys. But there's even more up ahead that you're going to have to sort of push yourself into. So there's a lot of learning involved with whatever this is. There's also, even with the Eight of Ariel, like I said, you have a lot of the cards in this area. So I would say that this is more the area of focus. Sorry, I should probably just drink more of the thing here. Give me 1 second. My matcha green tea. But again, the eight of Ariel is, eights are kind of in that space of, kind of completing something here. You're really doing a lot of time and energy into things. Like all the cards sort of speak to huge effort, a lot of excellent work, really being precise with whatever it is that you're doing. But there's definitely cards of financial support, a lot of practical energy here. So a lot of rewarding energy. And I just feel like if you are changing a career, things will go, a lot of motivation to move this ahead for sure. And this is a long-term investment, whatever this goal is. And hi, Sloan. Yep, you can ask a question. I'm almost done on this part of it. But I just feel like there's a lot to learn in whatever this is you're doing, a lot of learning ahead. So whether that's you going back to school, attending seminars or whatever, it's creative. There's lots of learning, lots of information that goes with whatever it is you're doing. For whoever this needs for. So again, 14 solutions. This is a big card. It is a major arcana, and it does speak to everything falling into place, perfect balance, and it definitely is you being able to take a breath because you are guided. So success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience. Forgive and healing energy. So again, there is a lot of energy that goes through that's about self-control here. So that might be something that is relevant for you, but there's patience and all of that you need to sort of still push through to this outcome. So, but again, there's information that's coming through that's really going to change things up. So, and sometimes with this card, there can be some level of compromise that's involved. Okay, so let's get to the other part of it. Let me just grab the other cards here, guys. Okay, so I'll try to answer a couple of questions. So, all right. Let me just go back here and see what I see there. Okay, Priya. Priya, what about career guidance for Priya? What is the message for Priya? What is the message for Priya in regards to career guidance? What should she do? What should she do? Priya, career guidance. I'm going to clarify these here as well, but okay, I don't know if there's some kind of a toxic workplace or something that you're in right now, because the cards that kind of came out, just again, I'm going to pull clarifiers, but the cards out were the devil, there's resistance, and it's in regards to a long-term kind of energy. So whether this is a hierarchical sort of situation, institution, anything like that, there's definitely something around there that seems to be kind of toxic. So I don't know if this is something you've just left or something that you're currently in, but what is the card that sort of popped out here again was the Five of Swords, and that, I'm still going to pull another one for the devil. What is the devil energy? What is the devil energy? What is the devil energy? What is the devil energy first? Okay, it's kind of a globalized sort of energy. Internet-based, possibly. What should Priya do for a career? Well, it looks like, I mean, the cards that kind of came out that sort of follow in regards to that, and maybe I'll clarify some of the other ones here too, but okay, so I'll just sort of pull these off to a minute. All right, so going back to the devil, of course, like I said, because it sort of fell out with the other cards here, it does to me, that's a major arcana, so I do feel like there's something here that is holding you back for sure, whether this is, you know, being caught up in indulgences or unhealthy boundaries or feeling trapped in some way, like you can't do anything, powerless to kind of move ahead. I still feel like you have the upper hand in a situation. Sorry, I was just reading another thing there. And I definitely feel like, you know, you think that you can't do something, but you actually can. The cards still indicate that you're very strongly in control of taking charge of your own life. It's just a matter of you getting past the feeling of, you know, feeling hopeless in a situation. So I feel like you feel like you're kind of slave to a scenario here that is, you know, again, kind of toxic level of things. You're not getting any, you know, job satisfaction, that kind of thing sort of, you know, falls into that. Somebody might be a control freak, kind of suffocated by rules, that kind of thing, because I do have the Hierophant here also. It feels like it's something you've been in for some time. And again, that's probably why you feel stuck. I feel like, you know, don't go ahead with something until you really have, like, I feel like you want to be doing something that's more, maybe more internet based or more global. I'm not sure there, but I'll pull a few clarifiers. But with the Seven of Wands, I mean, it feels like you're still in the, like I said, you still have the upper hand in a situation, because the Seven is definitely still speaking to, you know, things being orderly, or at least feeling like you've got some options here. The only thing is it's a defensive position. So I feel like, you know, when you're kind of on guard, it feels like you don't feel like you feel misunderstood. You don't feel like you have, you know, you don't feel like you're meeting your challenges, that kind of thing, but you don't really feel like you have control over the challenges. So it's almost like you want to strike it out on your own, kind of thing, because I see that you're trying to manifest something with the Magician card, like you have some kind of a talent here, and it's almost like great with words or good with, you know, speaking, something contractual, possibly, could be lawyer, could be anything along that line. Oh, thank you so much, Angie. Really, really appreciate that. Okay, I will answer that one as well. But anyway, when it comes to, like I said, the Seven of Wands, like I said, I feel like you have a dream, or you're working, you want something to be realized here, but I think you're almost afraid to kind of believe in yourself and just go the extra distance. Like I said, I think you're still, you know, you're feeling maybe there's security in this position here, and that's why you're a little reluctant. I'm going to ask another card here as well, and there's something about travel here, and I'm not really sure on that World card until I pull a clarifier, but I still feel like I said, the Hierophant is also the big player here. It's a main energy, and it does feel like, to me, it could be kind of a toxic work relationship or something that's very long term. So again, I do feel like your professional life is, you know, a very organized situation. I definitely feel like, you know, you use strategies when you plan things, or this is the career that I feel is very strong oriented for you, because it feels like this is a part of your, you know, your character in some way. I feel like you follow the rules, and like I said, everything still looks as though you have the ability to take control of a situation and challenge a situation. You know, you have conventional ideas about how things will go ahead, and there's nothing wrong with that, absolutely, at all. I feel like you really are someone that can really connect, to, how do I put that? Like you're like easily a manager, easily something that is that kind of authority. Like you could easily fall into that kind of position. But I definitely feel like there's something here around words and communication that you're very good with, or that you could be, you know, oriented around. And again, I mean, there's still, I'm not sure what that energy, the world card is yet, but we'll get to that one. The swords, that's a Libra energy. So it definitely feels like, you know, you're very bright. You have a lot of good ideas. And I feel like you communicate effectively, like I said. And I feel like you would approach things cool head as well. The Magician does still tell me that there's a lot going on that is sort of still behind the scenes. So again, that's in the head, it's still in the mind, it's still trying to work through things. This is something of a practical nature though, I would say, because of this, all the structure cards. So I feel like, you know, if you're trying to veer into something that's more global and more dealing with systems, you'd be very good at that. And definitely with the Magician card, this is, you know, where you can really improve things, you know, quite substantially, because it's almost practical energy means that you kind of meet the challenges with the right mindset. Like I said, you're very good at allocating duties, or you know what I mean, that kind of. So anyway, we'll get back to the World card. Okay, now there is the Five of Swords there as well. And again, these were the ones that were kind of clarifying the high piece, right? And, well, as blissful a day as I can have in a sweating hot car. It's whatever you want to donate, LP. So for this one, and like with the World card, that in itself is an energy of possible travel or doing something on a global basis, but it definitely feels like in terms of work, it could be doing something on the computer with a networking kind of, you know, mentality. Like you have the ability to expand, you have the ability to sort of travel here and deal with people on an international level, foreign contacts, anything like that. If you are, I don't know that I see you so much doing anything necessarily on book writing, creative on that level, because I feel like there's a lot of structure that's involved in the things that you like to do. So I still feel like because of this card though, something might surpass your expectation, because I feel like you're methodical in how you move. You don't just jump into things. So the Five of Swords, again, it's a new cycle, or not a brand new, it is a cycle where there's going to be some kind of a shift that has to occur here. So you have to adjust something and able to kind of make, you know, the change here. I don't think it's you know, all we can do is really focus on the things that we can do to alter a situation. So like I said, I feel like you feel a little bit cornered in a scenario, but I'm telling you now, you do have a way around. And I would say use your communication in a smart, logical way to be able to get out of this sort of energy. Because like I said, I mean, the energy here in terms of career is that you have the ability to upscale, to shift upward in a position. So, you know, you would rise. You are someone who could rise easily. I don't know that said, I feel like you still feel like you're trapped by something, and maybe someone trying to sabotage you in a situation in terms of work. I wouldn't be talking an awful lot about what your plans are, because I feel like that Five of Swords energy will cause you some conflict otherwise. It might have been a certain amount of betrayal or something like that, but either way, it's kind of a sense of feeling like there's restrictions, even though you have the ability to move beyond restrictions. So again, staying very practical, logical, you know, mindset, and able to move past this. But I feel like when you do it, there'll be a bit of a struggle. So again, I feel like if there is some kind of a court battle or something like that for some of you, you know, there will be a struggle, but I still feel like you would win if that was the situation. So again, it's kind of it's still speaking to being fair, neutral in a situation. Maybe I'll just pull another card for advice on that one there too. And then we will get to the other one here. Okay, so what is best advice for Priya? Career. Best advice for career for Priya. Well, it does say you're very, very reliable. You're a very clever person. So again, you are educated and there's an excellent opportunity that will be offered to you. So scholarship might be relevant, time to get to work on that pursuit. And of course, Eight of Raphael, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. This is a spiritual quest of sorts as well. But I do feel like overall, you're still in manifestation mode. You're still mulling it over for sure because you're in magician mode. But definitely you have a lot of promise, and it does seem to be possibly around education because the Hierophant speaks to that as well. So there's a nation here that's going to be very strongly correlated with whatever it is you do. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight. Okay, let me just get to, sorry, I'm trying to, okay, what are Phasel's emotions, feelings, intentions? Okay, Phasel. For Angie, what are Phasel's intentions? First off, what are the emotions that are involved for Phasel? What are Phasel's emotions and feelings toward Angie? What are the emotions, feelings, and intentions toward Angie? What are the emotions of Phasel toward Angie? Seems like confusion. What is the Seven of Cups? Confusion, options. What is the Nine of Wands? What is the World card? What is the outcome of this connection or the intentions? What is Phasel's intentions toward Angie? Okay, I don't know if it's really positive on this, Angie. Like, not negative, but I mean, it feels like there's definitely some resistance here for sure. I don't know if somebody's at a distance in terms of travel or something like that. I'm going to maybe just start with that first. I mean, it's almost, I don't know if there's a third party involved here or something like that. And like I said, I mean, there's sort of a sense that, somebody's kind of holding back on something. And it feels like there is a sense of possible travel or somebody being at a distance. I don't know how that resonates for you. But when I see the World card out as the main player in terms of, emotion, to me, the cards don't really speak to a lot of, it's more of a practical sort of nature, meaning someone has, kind of, I would say, like a respect for you, but it still feels like, romantically, there's something that's beneficial to them. So they, in other words, they might see you as a good mother or a good, great girlfriend to have, or you look good or something like that. But it feels like romantically, maybe you have to travel to them because I'm getting a strong feeling there's some kind of distance or something or something, some kind of departure or something along that line. Maybe somebody has to move, and I'm not sure. But either way, it still feels like there's something going on in the background here. So I still feel like emotionally, there's benefits with this connection. And I do feel like somebody has money. They're really hard worker. They really put in the time and they're loyal, that kind of thing, like loyal to their job. And that's what I mean there. But there is something here that kind of speaks to, I still get the feeling of distance. I don't know why. Because again, like with the Two of Wands, there's just too many cards that kind of, because there's confusion around this relationship. And I don't know why there's so much confusion. And maybe it's because there is distance or because, there is a third party. I'm not sure. Or there's something here that's taking up a lot of this person's, focus. Because the Two of Wands does indicate someone wanting to go forward in a connection. And certainly there is a lot of thought, in this connection. To the other person, there's some kind of glue that holds you together for sure. But I feel like there's a lot of friendship with this connection. So I feel like Maybe they don't want to lose the friendship. I'm not really quite sure how that sort of resonates here, but it could be something like that. When we get to the Seven of Cups, it's almost like if they take it into another space, they're afraid that they're going to lose something in that, by changing it up in some way. I don't feel like it's an immediate change if there is going to be something that develops here. I feel like this is more of a long haul kind of person, somebody who likes to do things at their own speed, their own pace. As far as the relationship goes, I still think you're in an advantageous position. It doesn't feel like you're not, that there's nothing here. Like I said, I feel like there's a pretty strong friendship. This person has, I would say, a respect for you, and has, really sees you as somebody who's quite worthwhile. But again, there's feelings of confusion showing up here, and it almost feels to me as though, maybe they're kind of vacillating between something. They're really not sure. They have a hard time focusing on you, a hard time focusing on what they want. Maybe they have more than one choice here, that kind of thing. But there's definitely some difficulty in, I don't see that they are resistant, though. That's what I mean, is I don't know what the factor is that's causing the resistance. It is showing me, though, that there is some sense of just not being sure what they want. And there, again, I still sort of see three people. Again, I don't know why, but I'm getting there is like a third party or somebody else or something else to consider here, because the Three of Cups still speaks to, and there was a Three of Pentacles here as well. This is a very emotional card with the Three of Cups. Of course, I mean, it does speak to a lot of romance that, could be shared, but it feels like there's a lot of happy times that were shared. And that's what makes me feel like this person sees you in a joyful way, like you're somebody's fun, carefree, that kind of thing. And it definitely feels like there is maybe a gathering or something up ahead here that you might be attending. But again, it just feels like they also see you very strongly as a good friendship. They don't want to lose something. I'm not sure what it is that they feel they have to compare it to, or whatever. What the thing is that they feel like they're going to lose. But it's something along the line. When we get to the Nine of Wands, like I said, that's a card of resistance. So somebody's kind of holding back for sure. There's a lot of passion, could be a little bit of anger. I'm not sure if that's how it's coming through on your end exactly, but I mean, when I see it kind of mixed there with nines are almost at the full cycle of something ending, it just feels like something might be blown out of proportion. This person does not a lot of drama, is what I would say. Somebody doesn't anyway. And I feel like this kind of a bit of drama-filled energy, and that might be why they're pulling away. So there's something around that where they just feel maybe that some of the small things are being, blown out of proportion, and they just need some space. Because, like I said, I mean, this person, I feel it could be you, but I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is definitely somebody who likes to take their time, really work on things before they jump in. So, I mean, the Knight of Pentacles, they set their goals, and they try to do things in steady increments, that kind of thing. Very hardworking. They don't like to change, too dramatically. They don't like a lot of drama. And I definitely feel like they are, somebody that could be very good over the long haul, especially if you have a strong friendship with them, because they're so responsible. And again, maybe their job is very travel oriented, but just so much that comes through between distance and travel. But I just feel like there is a lot of focus on practical matters for them. So they're really concerned about, the work. They're really concerned about the steps ahead. They're really concerned about, and again, this could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well, but they're really connected to the things that they do. They define themselves by their job, I would say. There's also something here. Maybe I'll start with that one first. Okay. So again, even with the Six of Swords, I mean, that energy still comes through as, there's a little bit of distance here. I mean, sixes try to balance things out, and it certainly is about, coming closer to a goal. But it's like before that goal sort of happens, you know, it feels like there's distance or somebody needs space or there's some kind of separation for whatever reason. But again, I still feel like things are kind of moving forward in a certain way, but it's under heavy reserve. Like the Six of Swords is, you know, communication will improve, but it's kind of getting out of their head or moving past something. You know, maybe there's a bit of a transition either in traveling or a little bit of a transition that they have to overcome first before they get there. It's almost like they kind of withdraw when things get too overwhelming emotionally for them, and it doesn't feel like, you know, so it's almost like there's a bit of a turning point here, but they're still in a heavy pullback mode. So I don't know if it's you or them, but I just feel like there is something here about distancing from the past, a transition period, and it certainly does feel as though good friendship here. Like I said, I feel like there is a certain level of respect between you guys, but like I said, there's something here in terms of, you know, the romantic part of it that is still something where somebody wants to escape. You know, they just want to take off for a while. They just want to be left alone for a little bit. Again, I feel like it's a little bit too much drama or something for them emotionally. The Four of Pentacles, again, I feel like they're really pulled back. It's not to say that they don't have any feelings here, but again, they're very concerned about their finances, very concerned about the things that they have. And maybe that's part of the reason why things are pulled back, but I still feel like there's a sense of wanting to cling to familiar, wanting to hang on to something that they want to hang on to something, you know, that makes them feel solid and okay and safe, you know. And emotionally, I feel like they're afraid of repeating old patterns here as well. And there's kind of a fear of abandonment or deep-seated, you know, sort of feeling of, you know, something almost like, I don't know if it's trauma or whatever, but it's almost like they're just so afraid of being hurt again, or so afraid, they're too concerned about their, you know, how they appear or something, even in terms of their work life. Like I said, this person very much identifies with their finances or the things that they do, their work life. I feel like there is a lot of, even with the Three of Pentacles, there's still a lot of energy here. Even though they're holding back emotionally, I would still say that, you know, you are still in a good position. Nothing is ending here, but I just feel like something needs to mature in terms of the relationship, and that happens on its own time. So, you know, it's almost like somebody has to resolve something from the past first, or, you know, or dealing with relationships. They have to deal with something first before they can kind of go forward. So again, you know, it's almost like a new level of intimacy could be reached, or a new, you know, level of connection can be reached here, but it's going to come after this person pulls way back, thinks it out, and then kind of moves forward. So I just really feel like there's still something to work toward here. But, you know, just, I think you have to be a very patient person to kind of get to this place, because it's good energy. It's, you know, it's very reliable energy. This person is very competent. They're not rash. It just feels like you need to wait it out. They're working through something. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight. Okay, and so I was trying to see what the other... questions were there, guys. Sorry, I can't see all the questions coming up there. I don't know, this is blocking my view. I don't know how to change it, guys. Sorry. But yeah, Angie, I would say, you know, stay in there, because that person, you know, Faisal, he's just working through something. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Sloan. Okay, let's see here. He is a Libra in a country where the internet and phone service has been disconnected due to riots. Oh my gosh. Oh, super chat. Okay, sorry guys. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to... There's quite a few questions there. Yeah, Angie, I don't think he's rejecting you. Not at all. Yeah, then you would be the one that's financially the focus there, but let me see. Aman. Oh, wait 1 sec here. Sorry, I'm trying to find you guys. I was trying to go through here to see. Sloan, can you tell me what your question was there again? Actually, I'll do LP and then you type it in there. LP, okay, guidance for your love life. You're just lost, and when is it that you'll ever find this person we call a soulmate? Well, we don't always find our soulmate, but let's see what you've got, LP. What's coming in for LP for love life? 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 Okay, well, yours is looking pretty good. Okay, so why the Wheel of Fortune? Two of Wands. Why the Three of Cups? All right, well, still a little bit of a mystery. Why the High Priestess? Okay, so it looks like you might have been healing from some kind of a situation where communication was pretty much abruptly stopped. Maybe there was a betrayal, but there was definitely something here that indicates there was a hard breakup of some sort, is what I would say there. But I feel like you're kind of getting out of that energy. Maybe there was a forced change of some sort. It definitely kind of ended in a dramatic way when I see the Ten of Swords coming out there. So I do feel like, there's something there in terms of love that was, like I said, made you feel like you were betrayed in some way, or there was a bit of, stabbed in the back kind of energy there. I definitely feel like, maybe there was some loss that came with that in some way, a lot of suffering for sure, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of, harsh words, that kind of thing. And so I don't feel like you're probably still in a bit of healing mode going on here now. But I just feel like somebody hurt you really badly there. Okay, so, and you had no choice but to kind of start. However, on the upside, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is sort of a turn of events. It's a major arcana. It does indicate sort of a longer term cycle that's kind of, taking place, right? So I do feel like, there's some kind of, maybe because of that situation, there's like a new thought pattern, or you see things differently, more of an original, turning point in your life where things are starting to stabilize, because you've changed something about your mindset. So it's now moving you into a new direction. So I feel like you kind of profit from that energy. In terms of romance, I would still say that this is all about, moving things to a really liberating sort of space. So something is helping to free you up here a little bit. Because again, this is a major arcana. So in terms of romance, I feel like maybe the timing was off before, but now the timing seems to be kind of lining up. So you were probably spinning your wheels before, the old relationship didn't meet your needs, and so now that's kind of over. But I feel like this is about maybe getting together with someone in a new way through like an association, like some kind of celebration or something here where you're going out to meet this person. I don't think it's an online thing. I think it's something you're actually going somewhere to meet, like, with friends or out, where period, that is going to introduce you to someone else new here. I still feel like, the energy of the person in is a bit more on the flirtatious side. I don't know that it's long-term necessarily, but it's certainly going to help you to kind of break through, to the other side. So I feel like it is a partnership of some sort, that helps to balance things out, and you're making a decision to kind of move ahead in that direction. But again, and it does feel like there's a real passion behind it, like it's a real sexual attraction kind of thing. It's that sort of energy. They still feel like, Two of Wands, I don't know, the person feels like they could kind of come in and out of your life, that's sort of flirty energy. And like I said, even with that, it feels like something works really well, and probably the physical attraction. But if something works really well, and I feel like you're going to meet this person through some kind of an event or whatever. Like I said, I think it's a connection of some sort through friends or an outing, especially with the Three of Cups coming in here. There could be I don't know if this is a friend as well, but I don't feel like it's a new person. I feel like it might be somebody you actually already know, because that energy, the Two of Wands, kind of screams to me that it's like a friendship of sorts. Like there's an energy of friendship, or you could become friends with this person, but it's somebody who's not around a lot. They're kind of in and out, in and out. And again, it's like, I don't know if it's friends with benefits or something like that, but it's not necessarily a real staying power kind of connection. But there is a lot of passion. There is a lot of a connection for sure. And again, I feel like, you are healing your wounds through this person in some way. So it may not be over the long term, something that you would, but growing through it. You know what I mean? This person is helping you to find some good times together. There's more of a carefree social support, you know what I mean? Like there's gatherings, you go out together, you enjoy each other. It's that kind of thing. Like I said, Knight of Wands does indicate this person is not there necessarily for the long haul. They kind of come in and out. They like to travel around, or they've got an adventurous sort of style. But like I said, even in terms of emotions, again, could be somebody that you, like I said, meet at a social event, something like that, or somebody that you already know. It feels like it's somebody you already know, because there's an energy of childhood that came through with that as well, with the Six of Cups. So I feel like this is a nostalgic quality. There's something there. This is a person that you've either known in childhood or is familiar to you. They're not there for the long haul, like I said, but I do feel like they really help you to heal. And I think that's what you need right now. You spend some happy times together, and yeah, I just feel like there is a friendship. There's a definite bond here. They're just not around an awful lot for you to kind of get them to commit. I don't know, down the whole, down the how do I say that? Like down the road, that might be the case, but right now I just feel like it's somebody from family or childhood, or somebody you've known before, somebody from the past that is correlated with this. And it definitely, so I was just reading your, yeah, so like I said, I just feel, sorry, I was just reading another comment there, LP, but yeah, I definitely feel like this is somebody you've known for some time. There's chemistry here, this is somebody that kind of brings you to life, and is kind of romantic, and, they say the right things, and it just feels like it's a fun, sort of favorable connection. Again, I feel like this is somebody from the past, so, enjoy it. That's what I would say, because they're helping you to sort of heal through. And once it gets you into a healthier headspace, then you usually attract the person that, you're destined to meet, is really what I'd say there. And also, all the people that we meet that are not the right ones for us, give us more of a clue as to what it is that we actually do want, and what we don't want, and what we will tolerate and what we won't tolerate. So, you become, kind of at the mercy of the things that you tolerate. So make sure it's something that you can endure for a period of time, if that's what you want. That's the energy on, is something that, where you actually enjoy the person's company. If you can't meet eye to eye on the majority of things, then it's over the long term will draw all of your energy away from you. And then you start living for the other person versus yourself. But anyway, High Priestess, that is still that energy of, there's still some unknown factors here. Follow your intuition, all of that. Yes, you are good enough. And, you just have to kind of trust the path, trust the way. Because like I said, there's something here about, maybe somebody's not really telling you everything, or maybe the other situation was what that involved. But I still feel like this person that you do meet, likes to play kind of that waiting game there, and then I'm not, they're very detached romantically. So I feel like you need to direct your energy into, building up yourself, follow your inner voice, all of that. Focus on what it is that you want that makes you happy, but enjoy the ride with this person. Like I said, just know that, they're there for not a long time, as they say. And hopefully, what else we got there? Hopefully that gave you a little bit of... It blocks me again from seeing the rest of the cards and questions. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out how to get to it. It's not letting me. Okay. Let me see, what else have we got there? Sorry, just reading through questions, guys. Okay, Sloan, what was your question? I can't find it on the thing here. A lot of, so I can't really see. Sorry, Sloan, I can't really see it. If you can just type it through. LP, I was just going to say, whoever that person is, again, it's somebody from the past. It's somebody I feel you already know. Might not be in a close friendship group, but you've met them. Okay, Sloan, is your business going in the right direction? Is Sloan's business going in the right direction? Is Sloan's business going in the right direction? Is Sloan's business going in the right financial direction? Is Sloan's business going in the right financial direction? Is Sloan's business going in the right financial direction? Yes. What is the Ace of Pentacles? Why the Devil? Why the Ten of Cups? Ooh, although there is some areas of concern a little bit. What is the Page of Wands? What is the outcome financially? Okay, I don't know if this is in regards to a partnership with somebody or family is oriented somehow in this situation, Sloan, but I mean, there is some good elements, but there's also some elements here that definitely need to be worked on. So it's almost like you need to tweak some things here. Like I said, I feel like this is money that's going to be brought in that's going to benefit you over the long haul. It's definitely happiness that's sort of surrounded with this. And like I said, I don't know if this is a partnership in a, whatever that business is for you, if you're in business with somebody else that's family oriented or a love partnership, but I do see partnership very strongly correlated here. The fact that we've got the Page of Wands out here does indicate that there is some information coming in here, and it's good news, I would say. You're going to hear something that will kind of brighten things up here and help you to feel a little bit more at ease. I think that there is some things you're going to have to tweak for sure. The Page of Wands, like I said, in terms of your finances, does indicate that there is going to be something that improves around the money aspect. It does look like it's some kind of a new idea or there's a new element. Oh, I see. Feel like somebody's coming back to take it in the wrong direction. I'm going to say that that is quite possible. Yeah, I do know what you're saying there, because I did see the Devil card come out and I did see the Seven of Swords. So that's why I say that makes perfect sense to me. And one element around the Seven of Swords came out with the Wheel of Fortune. So it's almost like, I don't know if they want to globalize it and you don't want to take it as far as they want to take it, something like that. but it still feels like overall you're going to have to negotiate something out with this person. It won't be all in your favor necessarily. It feels like there's going to have to be a compromise, only because I feel like one side is quite indulgent, in how they want to go about something. One person I would even say is, very gregarious and outspoken and likes to make things big, that kind of thing. But there's a practical energy that's involved here too. And again, I see 10 of Cups. So there's going to be a level of happiness. You're going to find some kind of a compromise or whatever here. It'll be worked out. Don't worry about it. But again, I feel like you have to discuss it. There's going to be some good news that kind of helps you guys move through in a certain direction here. I feel like with that Devil energy and the Page, there's some negative traits, whether somebody's got a lack of maturity or a lack of focus or something's clouding their mind, something like that. But there's something here that kind of speaks to not being able to move ahead, because of some kind of, something that isn't necessarily on par, because I don't know what that Seven of Swords is for you, but it definitely showing up here. But again, Page of Wands, good news is going to be coming in here in around your finances. Things will improve. There could be something of a credit card or something that comes through, little extra money or thing here where you get an approval or a refund or some kind of money or something here, because the Ace of Pentacles is showing up here. So I feel like this is a client or something that's coming in. It is something new that's showing up that's going to advance this. So I feel like there's some kind of an opportunity. Could be in around autumn as well. But this definitely goes toward prosperity. It's initiating the plan. The timing's right here. All of that. I do feel like, going to be whatever the problem is, you're going to work it out, but it feels like it's going to be more of a negotiation. So you're both going to kind of take a bit of a loss on some front. I do feel like, it's okay to go in this direction with this person as you negotiate it out, because things will still improve regardless with the Ace of Pentacles. So again, there's also a new business or new financial opportunity, some kind of investment, something paying off. It's something that's going to give you personal satisfaction and long-term sort of energy with that 10 of Cups as well. So long-term security. 10 of Cups is, excellent card. So, but again, it's very long-term, sort of further out energy. So you have to be willing to kind of stick to this, whatever this is, to make it happen. So 10 of Cups, again, it does feel like there's some kind of element of family, whether this is an actual family member or somebody that is so close to you that they feel like family, but it is a card of emotional harmony. So again, it's prosperity, it's harmony, it's all of that. So whatever difficulties you were having, I feel like that will subside with some kind of negotiation for sure. You're both going to take a little bit of a loss on what it is that you want, but I still feel like there's a high level of fulfillment and security with a 10 of Cups. So again, everything will manage itself out there, because there's possibly a new connection or something as well coming in, or something that's going to improve business. So I definitely feel like it's going in the right direction. Again, there is a shift because of that Five of Swords. It's along every single one of these. The main energy's out. So again, Two of Cups, there's some kind of a decision that needs to be made here. Twos are all about partnerships, decisions, and able to balance something out. It is required that, with that five, there has to be a shift. So again, I think that was the Five of Swords on that one. I'm just going to double check here. Yeah, it was the Five of Swords. So there's definitely something here. Again, maturity kind of, or lack of, sort of came into mind here. Maybe somebody is not being very mature in the way that they deal with something. But again, you could be feeling like you're a little bit trapped by, by this connection. And it's really hard to move forward, of course, and be creative when you feel stymied and you want to win. So I feel like this is more along the lines of somebody's trying to win at all costs kind of energy, and they only see things one way. You don't feel supported, or something doesn't feel fair for sure. And I feel like you just have to confront the issue head on, and again, it's lifting the restriction by a negotiation, because there's a definite struggle here. There's a definite, war of words, that kind of thing. So you're going to have to prepare like a little thing for each other to sort of negotiate your position, and maybe they can take one aspect of the business to go in one direction, you could try it in another, and there's still some kind of like a a trial of testing the waters, that kind of thing. But either way, there has to be a compromise either way. So things will not, you won't be able to go forward until that compromise happens, is what I would say. And it's showing up in every single one of these cards. Like I said, Wheel of Fortune, I feel like somebody might want to move something ahead on a very global level. But again, there's still that energy of, you know, feeling like somebody's using tactics to kind of work against you in a situation. But Wheel of Fortune is still a really positive card, and it definitely speaks to, you know, big energy. So it's long-term energy. So nothing's going to happen right away. I feel like you have a little bit of room to sort of play around with trying different things. But again, you know, luck will change. There might be a little bit of a loss in some way, or the timing's maybe not quite there yet. But I still feel like that's a 10. So 10 is, it's about to happen. So it's like a turning point. A decision will have to be made in regards to negotiation for it to release, you know, release the situation. So yeah, either way, sorry guys, I feel like somebody might be trying to push it for sure. Push beyond the limits of something with that Seven of Swords energy. But do some more research and kind of balance it out that way, you know. So because right now you're kind of in a bit of a holding pattern, and yeah, it's a bit of a holding pattern, and I feel like you are going to be entering a new work cycle here, but follow your intuition. Don't let that block your progress here, because there's ways around things. You just have to pull away from the heat of it, and then, you know, go in with a new strategy. Queen of Wands energy, like I said, somebody's got really big energy here. They really have a way of, they're very dramatic. They know how to draw a lot of attention to themselves, and maybe they're a big sales kind of energy here as well. But queens have, like, it's a really magnetic kind of energy. So I would say, you know, this could be something in around, you know, business type for sure, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like they are, it's kind of nervous energy when it's next to the devil. Like it's something that they're really passionate about, but it's also somebody who's pretty dramatic, temperamental. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like they really focus on the work, a lot of new ideas, you know, they're that kind of person. So there is still improvements in work, and there's still good news showing up here. News is on the way, absolutely. But I would just say that if they overindulge in one way, you know, and again, that could be overspending or something too. If they overindulge in one way, then they kind of feel guilty about it afterward. But, you know, that's what I say. There's got to be some checks and balances in how things are produced, or how things are regulated, how things are sort of guarded, so that there's more of a balance. Anyway, hopefully a little bit of insight. I can only do one more, or I'm out of gas, which is keeping me cool in the car right now. So let me see what I've got here. Thanks, Devansha? Sorry if I mispronounced that. Okay, I'll pull a really quick one for you, Devansha. What are the feelings? Let's see. What is Arjun's feelings for Devansha right now? What is Arjun's feelings for Devansha right now? What are the feelings for Devansha right now? Arjun's feelings. Not overly emotional. What is the Queen of Pentacles? And why the Knight of Swords? I feel like right now it's not a good space, Devansha. And it might be, like, it's passing energy. It doesn't mean it's necessarily, you know, forever. The energy that kind of comes through is that, you know, there's kind of a certain separation or distance or something going on there. Like I said, Knight of Swords there might be some kind of quick communication coming in, because the Knight of Swords is pretty quick. The only difference is it's kind of an aggressive sort of conquering energy. So this is someone who is trying to make a point. They like to, you know, act in the way that they communicate, very ambitious, but it's almost with that, it's almost like they're pulling away a little bit here. They just kind of need some distance from the situation. or that period they are at a distance, because they feel there's a certain restlessness. They're very unsettled. It's, they want more than they can have or something like that. So again, whoever that is, but I just feel like even with the Eight of Cups energy, I feel like they're just sort of pulling away right now. I don't know the reasons why. I can just tell you that the energy right now sort of feels like they're dissatisfied in some way, or they're at some kind of fork in the road. They're trying to sort of figure out their direction here. They want to move on, but they're kind of separating, right now. There's something here that I feel that they want, but it just feels like, I don't know, finances are part of this issue here, because the Queen of Pentacles is usually somebody who's pretty secure with themselves, in terms of finances. They're pretty able to, juggle their resources well. But I just feel like somebody's really worried about the practical areas of life. Money seems to be a big priority here. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And again, I just feel like they're not in a big hurry, so there's some distance here, because that energy of the Queen of Pentacles is really more about kind of just staying with what they know to be practical and efficient, and maybe they feel like there's a sense of lack with that because of the Four of Swords. Like I said, it just feels like there's some distance between you guys because of maybe the finances are really the focus here. There could be some distance as well, period, in terms of maybe travel even, I don't know, but I just know that there's definitely some here that kind of speaks to somebody is not satisfied with their finances, and so they're pulling away to kind of figure things out. Like I said, Four of Swords, again, that's kind of that Libra energy as well. Maybe somebody's tired, sick, anything like that could be coming through, exhausted emotionally, feels like they're stuck in neutral, they can't go forward. Maybe there's a sense of lacking intimacy. All of that kind of comes through there. It just feels like there's some relationship issues here that would need to be worked on before things kind of go forward. And so I do feel like things are at a bit of a break right now. Like there's a holding pattern there. Okay, so sorry on that one. If that was, let me see what else I've got here. Will my living situation, I'll just do one more. Will my living situation change for the better, or am I going to be in current situation for an extended amount of time? Okay, sorry, is that Lameshia? Sorry, I can barely see it. Lanish? Okay, what is the outcome of the living situation? Will Lanisha change her living situation soon? Will Lanisha change her living situation soon? I don't think that's going to happen right away. Why the Five of Pentacles? Why the Eight of Pentacles? Looks like you're just working on it. Or why the Four of Cups? Yeah, it feels like you're working on it. There is something up ahead. I don't feel like it's that there's a period of waiting that's required. I feel like maybe the finances are part of the issue right now. Emotionally, there's a feeling of, really being let down, not able to, you're seeing things in kind of a bleak way. You're not really looking at it as though it would change, because there's a lot of dissatisfaction there emotionally, and maybe it's just monotonous and a little bit of self-pity or whatever going on, which we all go through for sure. Don't worry about it. But, there's just something here about being in a low period, not being satisfied emotionally. And so you're trying to take action though, because there's cards here of the Chariot. That's more of that energy of getting out there, really making something happen, trying to choose a direction. So I feel like that's something that's going to happen because it's a pretty aggressive energy. I just don't see it right now. It's like you're sort of on the precipice of something there, but I feel like you're kind of putting yourself through a period of self-discipline to kind of get there. You know, you're trying to get behind the driver's seat and make something happen. But like I said, I feel like for now, you're just kind of working on something. You have an agenda and you're trying to focus on your goals. And I just feel like there's something here about the car here as well. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. You are right on, because I expect so much more of myself. Yeah, like I said, I mean, we're honestly, when you really think about it, every single one of us as humans, every single one of us has to take pain. I don't know if this is a spiritual prison or what it is, but every single one of us has to go through pain after pain after pain after pain. So you can call it a lesson or whatever you want. Just don't try to personalize it too much, because you just drain yourself. It's going to be straight, straight. I'm not saying everything is pain. There's obviously positive moments, but I am saying that, you have to take the good with the bad, or, the good with the rough, whatever, however you want to say it. But I just feel like there's nothing wrong with just keeping the pace that you need to keep to kind of get there. Sometimes the resources aren't there, and that's not all on you. That's timing. It's a whole bunch of other things. So I definitely feel like you just have to grin and bear it and get through. Thanks, Devansha. Yeah, you just got to get through. Like I said, keep doing you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with, just keep doing you. Learn something, grow, do something every day that makes you feel good. Save where you can. I mean, they do say try to save 10%, pay yourself first, whatever, that kind of thing. But, there's always going to be another bill. There's always going to be something that takes the money that you save. So, don't grind yourself down about it. Just always try to keep thinking outside the box to do more personally for yourself that helps you to become a better person. And a lot of times we need the help of other people. There's nothing wrong with asking. There's nothing wrong with, for sure. Got to get through it. But yeah, when I see the chariot, like I said, maybe there's something in around expenses on a car or whatever, or financing or something here, but I still feel like things are going in the right direction. Just keep one foot in front of the other, purposeful action, all of that. And I feel like that's what you're doing, because the Eight of Pentacles tells me the same. You're putting in a lot of time and effort on something. You're really reevaluating things. You're really putting some time and effort on, trying to renew yourself, like trying to get past it. So like I said, I mean, just allow yourself to set new priorities with that card. That's really what that's about. Set new priorities. So don't take on 80 things at once. Take on, the main top three, the ones that are important to you right now. It doesn't have to be for the whole of your life. But the Eight of Pentacles is Virgo kind of energy here as well. But I still feel like this is work in progress. This is dedicating yourself to a goal. It's more of a long-term sort of energy. You might need to kind of get a little bit more knowledge in a particular area, but it's all about sort of building yourself and your confidence. And it'll be because you are doing it through knowledge, doing little bits every day that help to grow you. So there's something here again about maybe even going back to school, possibly. I don't know that it's that specific. Usually I see a different card out, but I still feel like there is improvement to your finances. And you might even be heading out to do some kind of gathering or something, or some kind of celebration up ahead here. But Three of Cups definitely speaks to, a group of people that are sort of involved here in a celebratory sort of way. And I feel like that might be something of a group here that could be kind of coordinating their efforts to make something happen. So I feel like you've got some good support there as well. There's a group interaction of some sort here. And again, this is kind of healing through the friendships and trying to get through it with those people there. Yeah, Virgo, Libra. That makes sense to me, Lance, yeah. But yeah, I do feel like, there is appreciation. There's a show of appreciation in some way here, for your accomplishments or your contribution or something here. I just feel like you will start to see things turn around here. There is that lack mindset coming up here, and you're definitely in a period of wait. But the Three of Wands, it is going to turn around. Three of Wands is you're sort of at a precipice. Well, it's more than the Two of Wands, right? But the Three of Wands is you've arrived where you're just about where you need to go, but you just have to sort of coordinate something a little bit more, and then it'll fall into place. So you already have something in mind, but the Three of Wands tells me something's about to pay off, or there's something about to come through here that's going to, keep you looking forward, so you're more optimistic along the journey here. But again, strong group energy here as well, with that Three of Cups energy, and I just feel like, you kind of need to have that support, I think, for you right now, right at this time, so to help you move forward. So guys, I gotta let this end because I will have no power left in my phone. But anyway, loved talking to you guys, and I will definitely do another reading here in the short bit here. This one was for September, so keep moving forward, never give up. And sorry, Devansha, what were you saying there? You asked, did you have a question again? Oh, Devansha, go ahead. Sorry, I'll answer that one. Go ahead. Sorry, there's so many comments that come through there. I couldn't read them all but if you can retype it for me. Okay, what your love life holds for you. What kind of guy am I going to finally marry? Okay, let's do that one. Sorry about that, Devansha. Sometimes I get a little one track. Okay, so what will Devansha... Let's see here. What does Devansha's love life hold for her? What does Devansha's love life hold for her? Incoming. What does Devansha's love life hold for her? Incoming. Soon. What does Devansha's love life hold for her? Incoming soon. Okay, well, there's something positive there. What's the Judgment card? There is a new start. Why the Six of Swords? Why the Page of Cups? Yeah, you definitely have good commitment coming in. What is the outcome? Will she marry this person? Why the Death card? There's still a decision to be made in terms of any kind of like marriage sort of scenario there. With the Two of Swords, I do feel like the person that you will marry will be somebody who's got quite a strong masculine kind of feel to them, really in control, really in charge kind of a person. I feel like this person you may already know, but is in deep transformation. They're not quite ready for something yet. You just have to persevere with the Strength card. Lots of passion though, lots of optimism, lots of very good cards on that level. In the more immediate energy though, I would say, with the Judgment card, again, there's a decision that's still yet to be made here, but there is something that is big happening right now. So Judgment does speak to, like in terms of a relationship, there's some kind of huge situation going on for them. So there's something big that they're going through that, is quite significant, and until they undergo this change, they won't really be able to commit to things because there's just too much going on for them. They are committed to a new start, don't get me wrong. There is something here that they want to, kind of get moving on. But it just feels like there is something that they have to really work through before they're even in that space. So I feel like overall, they're kind of weighing their options at this time. And I don't mean with another person, I think how they're going forward. They're really thinking about how they're going to advance. They're really thinking about taking stock, like reviewing their life and really trying to figure out they want a guarantee of a decision that they make. They don't want to just be... They want some kind of a guarantee that they're making the right decision. And that's why I say the Fool energy, these are big major arcana that came out. So I feel like this person is really undergoing a huge change of sorts. So I don't know what their lifestyle was before, but it feels like, there's a big change before that has to happen internally before they move into this new space. In terms of romance, I would still say that things are moving in a positive direction, but they're not really ready to make any kind of big commitment. So there's too much of, I don't want to say that they're restless necessarily, but it feels like they're really trying to take stock of their life and make that happen before, there's any other improvements in their life. They have to work on themselves first. So again, they're going through some really big shift internally. Again, even still, but have faith, like I said. I mean, these are really good cards. So, this is somebody that is not really thinking about family and all of that right now, I would say. Because, again, the sixes are all about trying to find the balance, but they are, maybe closer to a goal than, like closer. And when I say closer to the goal, I don't mean closer to romance necessarily, but closer to making a decision in this next little bit here. But again, it still feels like, communication has to improve in some way. I still feel like, things will kind of advance forward, but there's still something of, time is a factor here. It's going to be more of a gradual improvement. And I still feel like there's obstacles to overcome, more along their end of things, but the situation will improve. They're in a period of transition. Again, travel still might be a factor here, but they are being pushed into a new direction here. And again, it's, maybe distancing themselves from the past or from a third party or from, something here that, that's just something here that they have to work through, period. They have to restructure it. There might have been something here, like I say, with regards to distance, but when I see the Three of Pentacles, I still feel like this is upscaling. Like the connection here is going to move to a new level of intimacy over time. I don't feel like they're in any way, shape, or form ready to, get in there, because this is a card of maturing. So somebody has to mature to this level. They're not there yet. They have to kind of, sort of prove their loyalty to themselves and that they, can make the right decisions and all of that stuff before things are established in a stronger connection. So I wouldn't push them, because if you push somebody when they're not ready, they may step up, but then they don't change. So it's kind of that energy here. I still feel like there's a love offer on the table, though, and definitely long-term commitment for sure. But again, it's that level of maturity that's not there. That Page of Cups is still coming in with somebody's going to communicate here very shortly with you, asking you to go out, or, it's kind of giving you more of a reaffirmation that they want something meaningful, that kind of thing. There is still something here that's possible. But again, I still feel like you just have to give it a little bit more time. So even if you do move in together or something like that, because it's kind of a leveling up with the Three of Pentacles, it kind of moves into that, even though right now they're going through the big transition. But that Page of Cups energy is like, here, I'm just going to give you a little bit of something to kind of offer you, let you know that that my intentions are moving in the direction of in support of you. So, that they want the connection. And especially too, when I see the Hierophant out here, I mean, that's a really long-term connection. That's a really established connection. So somebody really does think of you in a good way. But like I said, there's a level of maturity that's not there yet. Hierophant is for sure somebody who is eventually going to commit. And it definitely feels like they have to work on some spirituality aspects as well. It's because it's grounded, stable, earthy energy. This is somebody who is in it for the long term. So there might be marriage in the further out for sure with that card, but I don't feel like they're in that stage of things just yet. Like I said, there's a lot of maturity that still has to take place. And especially too with the other cards here, strength and endurance and the death, those are all cards of transformation. They still have to make a decision. But I do feel like they're somebody who, wants to be in control. And it's just a matter of, you just have to wait it out. People grow when they grow. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of an answer there. All right, I'll answer one more. What's coming toward... Oh, one sec here. Okay, let's just see. Just Devansha. What? I would say Aries is probably the sign that I'm seeing the most with yours, Devansha. It's a very strong energy there. So, like I said, because the Emperor energy is pretty, that's somebody who's really established. That's why I think that this person is kind of going through a period where they're transitioning into something, and then that's when they'll sort of, come around. But Emperor is definitely, for me, it's Aries energy, absolutely, that's coming through there. But I feel like this is somebody who likes power, likes to be established, that kind of thing. That's what they're going to look like. And that's a good energy. That'd be, well, unless they're a control freak, but otherwise you're okay. What's coming towards show empathy? 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 Feels like a connection for you, although there's a bit of an issue there. Somebody doesn't want to come forward and show their feelings, is what it kind of looks like. Somebody is still in that mode of, because Five of Swords tells me this is somebody who is, kind of playing it safe with the Four of Pentacles in there too. But like I said, I don't feel, maybe this is a shy person. I'm not sure if this is you or somebody else, but I feel like there is a need to change something with that Five of Swords energy. Like it's almost kind of that thinking of victimhood, or, feeling like a connection maybe is not living up to an expectation, or that there isn't one, but it just feels like, because the Five of Swords, it's definitely around a Gemini connection, I would say there, or an air sign. Yeah, but I feel like there's a little bit of a struggle in a connection. Maybe there's not a compromise, or somebody is really holding back, or again, there's a fear of maybe putting the feelings out there. Because the Four of Pentacles is, it's kind of not wanting to get hurt, is what that feeling I'm getting there. It's a feeling like, somebody doesn't want to get hurt. So I feel like there is a connection coming in here, but I don't think you're really going to see it that way right off the bat, because it's almost like something, there's a fear of abandonment, that kind of thing. But yeah, that does feel like with the air sign, like I said, two of Cups. Sorry guys, oh my gosh, my throat. But the Two of Cups energy definitely speaks to, Aquarius would fall in that sort of range there too. So I would just say that somebody's really holding back, not really wanting to, fear of hurt, fear of, connection, that kind of thing. So there is a partnership there, but I would just say you're going to have to hold that one out a little longer here. Because I feel like there is something of a connection, like it's a strong connection, but there is a little bit of distance between it. And again, with that Four of Pentacles, I just sort of feel like somebody is either shy, quiet, doesn't want to get hurt, and so they're just going to pull away, and they're going to sort of stay stoic for a while. They don't like to venture out to new things very easily. Like I just feel like this is going to be a bit of work on that end of things. Anything in career? Anything in career for show empathy? Anything in career? Oh, thanks, show empathy. I got his energy. Okay. Anything in career for show empathy coming in? Anything in career for show empathy? Not yet. I think there is a new start, some kind of decision's about to be made, or something new is coming in, or whatever. But right now you're in a period of transition with that. There is going to be something new up ahead here. You're just not there yet. But it is coming in pretty quick, because the Judgment card is out here. Okay, gotta go. Keep moving forward, guys. It's very nice to talk to you guys. So keep moving forward. I think this was like over an hour. Holy moly. Okay, gotta let you go, and we will talk to you again.